completely, I feel like I really have messed it up. I wish I could go bring it back, you know. My name is Nygaard. I am 90 years old. This past year, working on 91. I was born and raised in Michigan. No, actually, I was born in Texas, but raised in Michigan. I am Mexican descent. My father was Mexican. My mother was Spanish. Never thought of art. When I was in school, when I was in nursing school, I had to have an operation. And one of my friends came over and brought me a paint my number.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he did. It was very kind of him. And he gave me, the first time I'd ever seen anything like that, never seen anything like that. And I worked on it. I really enjoyed it. I went into the military, and it wasn't until I was living in the Philippine Islands that I would visit all these officers' homes, and I would always see all the paintings that they had in their walls. They had been all over Europe and different places in the States. So everywhere they went, they seemed to have paintings from there. And I thought, someday I would like to have a home like that. I was very interested in interior decorating. I started taking workshops after our son was born, because I was a nervous wreck. My husband said to me, "Why don't you do something with yourself?" So I started taking workshops, and I was terrible at them, just terrible. But I kept taking them anyhow. And finally he said to me, after a couple of years of doing that, he said to me, "Why don't you go and get some credentials?" And I thought, does that mean I should go back to school? And that's what he said. So I thought I still had my GI Bill. So I started school again. And then I got a scholarship from the Officers Club, Wives Club. So I just, I loved it. Once I started it, I didn't want to stop. That's it. So it took me 12 years to finish school. 12 whole years. I used to paint for 8 hours when we lived out of Bella Vista. I used to paint for 8 whole hours. I never really got tired of it, because I've had a lot of problem with my health. So if I'm not feeling good, I can't come in here. So I don't paint as much as I'd like to, but when I do, I spend about 3 hours in here. I used to watch the professors paint and other artists, and I always thought, oh, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. And I don't feel that I'm an artist yet. You know, I don't feel that I can draw. I'm not a very good drawer. I can't draw well. And I don't like to. For some reason, I don't like that tightness of drawing. And I've always liked abstract art for some reason. Even before I started school, I liked abstract art. So when I went to school, they didn't even teach abstract painting there. Or they had one woman that taught it, and she got sick the year that I was there. So they never taught abstract painting while I was there. But when I left school, I started looking at every abstract painting that I could see, studying all about the abstract painters, and I just got, that's the way I sort of self-taught myself. Color. The color. That's it. Color inspired me. I don't want to know what's going to happen. I really don't know what I want to know. I just start with color, putting down color, and then going from there. That's it. I want to just start and see where it takes me, where the painting itself will take me. You know, I used to paint to music all the time, and I still do. So I really go by the music a lot of times. And I used to love painting Spanish music, because it just gave me the right upbeat to paint with it. I was going to say, when I first started painting for my thesis, I was painting how I felt, how I was feeling. And what I did, I painted some large women in canvases that sort of kept them without moving. space, and I would stand there in front of it and actually cry for that painting, because I thought, this is how women feel. At least that's how I felt, that I hadn't been able to move, at least as a child, you know, that my father had kept me from moving, doing anything I wanted to do. So I always felt like I was very restricted. But now I'm more, I listen to music, and I go by color and composition. I don't feel like I'm ever finished with it. That's my problem. And I tend to keep going back and back to it when I should have left it alone. I don't think it's good enough. And I don't like perfection, because none of us are really perfect. So I don't like perfection. In fact, I like paintings that are a little imperfect, that have feeling in them rather than perfection. And I tend to start looking at it and become too critical, and then change things that I should have changed. Mine is loud, and that's why it stands out, because it's so loud and gaudy. I think that a lot of my paintings were rather gaudy. I wore lots of red, so I love red for that reason. And you know, that's, to me, red doesn't remind me of blood or anything like that. It doesn't remind me of anything sickening. I just love the color, you know, the color's red, and different forms of world colors. No, because I really feel like I need to come in here. I really do. It bothers me that I can't when I can't. It bothers me when I'm too sick to come in here, and then that I come in here and I fall and all that stuff. It really bothers me, because I've fallen in the studio quite a few times. I just love it. Once I get in here, I forget about everything else. I don't even want to stop to eat and cook and stuff like that, but I'm sort of forced to do that. Even if I wasn't painting, I could be in the studio studying what I was painting. And I think looking at the painting when you're working is as much part of painting as it is anything else. You have to stop to look to see what you're doing, and a lot of it is just looking to see what's happening, looking to see how far, where you're going next, you know. Because I'm a teacher, I know all the rules and regulations, and I should learn how to break them completely and still make it work. But strictly, when you're stuck with regulations, you know, everything becomes too predictable. I don't think they'll remember me, because there's so many of us artists, and there's so many good ones. So I'm just a drop in the bucket, really, because so when I'm gone, my paintings will be stopped coming, and they'll forget me, because there'll be others that will take over. Self-satisfaction, that I could do something that nobody else was doing in the family and stuff like that. And I enjoyed it. I really, truly enjoy painting. About it at night, that's what keeps me awake. You know, I keep thinking, oh my God, I wish I could go into my studio right now and start working on that painting. I really do. It keeps me awake. I'd love to go in here and get rid of all this right now, and this, and gotta change that. I've been trying to get that color for the longest time, and now that I have it there, I don't like it at all. I had some really nice blue color here, and I don't even completely gone. Now I think I better bring this over back here, and gotta balance it. Balance is very hard when you have a big canvas like this, I think. If I like it, then it's finished. Okay, I'm Rose Nygaard, and I am a painter. April, I feel that because I was able to earn a fine art degree, that I should, just like PhDs say they're doctors, that I should, not
be
too many,
be proud of it.
be proud of it.